Welcome to this Overwatch 2 tips and tricks video. Today we'll be talking about Symmetra, a hero known for her ability to control space and dish out damage. In this guide, we'll be breaking down her abilities and offering tips on how to make the most of her kit. First, let's talk about Symmetra's primary fire. Symmetra's primary fire is a beam that locks onto enemies, dealing damage over time. The longer the beam is locked onto an enemy, the more damage it does. This beam is great for taking down squishy targets quickly, but be careful not to get too close to enemies, as Symmetra has a short range. Symmetra's secondary fire is a charged ball that travels in a straight line and deals high burst damage upon impact. It can be charged up to release a more powerful version of the ball, but be careful as this charge can take a while to fully charge. Use this ability to take down enemies from a distance or to break barriers. Symmetra's turrets are one of her most unique abilities. She can deploy up to 3 small turrets that slow and damage enemies that pass through them. These turrets can be used to control areas, protect flanks, or create choke points. You can also use them as an early warning system, as they will alert you to any enemy that passes through them. Just remember to place them out of sight and in hard-to-reach places for maximum effectiveness. Symmetra's ultimate ability, Photon Barrier, is a huge wall that moves forward and blocks enemy fire while allowing friendly fire to pass through. This ultimate is great for creating a temporary shield during a push or defending a choke point. Use it to create space for your team or to protect yourself while you focus on taking down enemies. Now that we've covered Symmetra's abilities, let's talk about some tips and tricks on how to make the most of her kit. First, be aware of your surroundings. Symmetra's turrets are great for controlling areas, but they can be easily destroyed. Try to place them in hard-to-reach places or use them to protect flanks. Also, keep an eye out for opportunities to use your Photon Barrier. It can create space for your team to push or defend a choke point. Second, communicate with your team. Symmetra's turrets and Photon Barrier can be very effective when used in coordination with your team. Let your team know where you're placing your turrets and when you plan to use your ultimate. Third, prioritize your targets. Symmetra's beam is great for taking down squishy targets quickly, but it can be difficult to use against tanks or heroes with high mobility. Focus on taking down the enemy heroes that are the biggest threat to your team. Fourth, use your turrets defensively. Symmetra's turrets can be used to protect your team's flank or to create a choke point that the enemy team will have to push through. Use them strategically to slow down the enemy team and give your team time to react. Finally, be patient. Symmetra's abilities require careful planning and positioning. Take your time to set up your turrets and look for opportunities to use your ultimate. Don't rush in without a plan, as this can lead to wasted abilities and lost fights.
Thank you so much for watching. If we missed something, you want us to cover anything in the next video, or you want to support the channel, leave a like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments.